Hello and welcome to another edition of BuzzFeed Unsolved Postmortem, a show where we answer your most pressing questions about the most recent episode of BuzzFeed Unsolved, which was the Reykjavik Confessions. All the questions we're answering today came from you guys via our BuzzFeed Unsolved Facebook page, our BuzzFeed Unsolved Instagram page, as well as directly on the video on Bun!
Almost missed it, but I got it.
We kind of missed it a little bit.
No, perfect.
We could kind of talk about La Llorona today.
Yeah, we can. So let's do it. Curly's cool, man.
Curly's cool.
Push your friend Curly too.
Oh, I can push Curly too, yeah.
Wait, why is Curly a 40-year-old man? So thank you to Curly for joining us.
That's good, yeah, that is a good thank you.
The other thing we have to talk about
is the spirit box.
Oh yeah.
Do you hear that?
What the fuck? People out there were saying that I wasn't as, whoa, with the biggest evidence we've ever gotten. And I think it's because I was so genuinely surprised by how clear it was that it didn't even inspire fear in me as much as it inspired intrigue and excitement, because I knew what we just got there was pretty monumental. You think it's a radio because—
I do think it's a radio,
because
but that's only because it's a radio. Now we're here to talk about the Reykjavik Confessions.
For the Icelandic pronunciations for this episode, I did get help from a couple folks from Iceland who were nice enough to Skype with me at midnight their time to walk me through every name in the list. Unfortunately, the names of the people who helped me aren't here to help me pronounce their names. Thank you so much. Sorry. This comes from Poocrafter. Poocrafter 2.
First one, it was already taken.
I mean, the first one was pretty prolific, and he thought maybe let's go for the sequel. For postmortem, I'm wondering why the police felt the need to rush out and find a solution to the disappearances if they are so— Sorry. I was trying to hold it together, I'm sorry. I'm wondering why the police felt the need to rush out and find a solution to the disappearances if they are so commonplace in Iceland. Did they ever give a reason for the hastiness in the investigation? Hashtag postmortem.
Well, Poocrafter 2, I mean, a lot of times the authorities probably feel pressure to wrap these things up, right?
Yeah, I'm also curious by just the disappearances being so common in general. It seems like they're kind of cheating when it comes to like, we have no murders here, and then like, oh, we also have more disappearances than a lot
no
of
murders,
places.
Everyone
just disappears,
vanishes,
but
though.
They're not murdered.
Yeah, it could be they just have a lot of good hiding spots.
We see this in a lot of cases that the authorities that are in charge are pressured by the public to come up with answers. That's their job. Even if their answer to that is to use means that are by no way humane, that's what they decided to do.
And we don't approve of it.
And we don't approve of it, but that's what happened. Yeah.
Here's from CGV Cot. For the postmortem, how many days do you think you could last in solitary without starting to question your sanity and thinking you've started losing your mind? A fun hypothetical?
I think I said in the episode 3 days. I actually think that number may be closer to 2.
I feel like I would last a couple years, but I would certainly be upset.
I think human interaction is an integral part of being human. Whether you like people or not, you are going to go insane if you don't have anybody to bounce your ideas off of after a while, I think. I think the maximum anybody could spend is probably a month. This comes from Jacqueline Elizabeth Arnott. Postmortem, clearly Geirfinnur hadn't intended to be gone long. It seems to me that he stopped to either drop something off or pick something up and then was ambushed. But that would require more planning than anyone is admitting to. The stories are too crisscrossed to have that amount of planning involved. Plus, this all sounds really extreme for a woman who said maybe in response to a question about the connection between 2 missing person cases. This sounds like the Icelandic making a murderer. Yeah, it's clear that Geirfinnur wasn't planning to be gone for the rest of his life. Obviously something happened.
Yeah.
I don't think there would be this many people involved in making him disappear.
Usually if someone gets disappeared, they've done something pretty rotten, right?
It just seems so convoluted to have this many people collaborate together, especially because their stories were, like you said, were all crisscrossed. It just seems very unlikely.
Yeah.
That's just me looking from the outside. Who knows? I don't know.
Ain't good. Oh, I've got a good Grahamtown one. This is from our old friend, apparently a regular now, free-range grass.
I love it. Yeah, free-range grass. Can we have
Back in the game.
Should he have his own jingle?
Free-range grass! And then a whip noise. Free-range grass says, I have plans to convert Iceland into grassland. Sorry, Shane. This lengthy process would include, of course, removing all human evidence from the country. I would plant acres upon acres of free-range, grass-fed grass, which free-range grass-fed grass eaters like me will care for until the end of our days. It will be a utopia. Perhaps during this process I will discover bodies and conclude what caused their deaths. For my free-range grass cannot feed upon flesh, for then it will not be grass-fed. God bless America.
Well, I'm certainly glad that we had that open-range writing music to that question.
Yeah.
Because that went dark really quick. Did we inadvertently create a serial killer? What is going on here? This is from Bunny Shy McAlpin, hashtag postmortem. Shane, what are a few more stunning places you've been to? You seem to have traveled a good bit, asking for future vacation spots, hashtag Shaniac, hashtag vacation please.
You know what? I actually haven't traveled that much. I haven't been outside of the US too much other than London, which we went to for Unsolved. And
Yeah.
Mexico City, which we went to for Unsolved.
The only time I leave my house is to shoot Unsolved episodes.
It's the same, pretty much. You know what else I recommend? Really, anywhere in the US. There's a lot of places to go, except Ohio.
This comes from Infinity and Beyond 17. Could this be the work of something extraterrestrial? What if they were taken by aliens? They might want bedsheet. No connecting device between want and bedsheet there, but
He's saying the alien want bedsheet.
they want bedsheet. That's the first thing an alien
First contact.
One first contact, one of the greatest moments of mankind. Aliens touch down on Earth, they get out of the ship, steam's like coming off their body, and they come up to shake your hand and they go, I want bedsheet. And I go, well, it's a good thing Infinity and Beyond 17 let me know of this exact moment because I have a crate full of bed sheets for you right here, buddy.
Welcome to Earth.
It's folded like an American flag at a funeral.
We want bedsheet.
Twilight Zone.
Good thread count.
_waker.of.wins_. Do you think that the police were being purposely malicious or were just inexperienced due to the fact that they had never had to deal with something like this before? P.S. Love the show and you guys are amazing. Hashtag Bugara. Hashtag the hot dogga sucks. P.S.S. Fun fact, last names in Iceland aren't passed down by family. Your surname is just your father's name with son or daughter after it. Actually, I learned that from the Icelandic trio that helped me earlier. I was gonna try and say their names again, but I didn't want to dishonor them.
It was probably a combo of maliciousness and just scrambling, right?
I can't buy that someone didn't know what they were doing for like 2 years straight.
No, I mean, they knew what they were doing in terms of like forcing a confession out of them, but I think that was born out of them not really having their shit together.
I think when someone makes a mistake in the moment and it hurts somebody, it's easy for me to say, well, maybe there wasn't malice behind that action. But when that mistake stretches over 2 years, it's hard for me to believe that not one of them was like, maybe we should take his head out of the bucket.
Well, the bucket worked once for him, so they probably just, they just kept on, they just believed in that bucket.
They probably bronzed that bucket and put it up as a little trophy until they realized it was bad.
Yeah.
And now it's time for everyone's new favorite segment. Shane, take it away.
It's the roast mortem, baby.
Oh, what do we got here?
Here's one from With Love Abby. Ask Shane Midday. All I have to say is that Ryan has really tiny ears.
Holy moly, I never noticed that before, but you're right.
Oh, they are tiny. Clam Scrub says, Ryan can pronounce Icelandic names better than February. Maybe he's gone insane or is possessed by a ghost. Hashtag Shaniac. Hashtag roast mortem.
Spicy.
Well, that's good. That's good.
Yeah. Here's one from Ivy White 12. For poster roast mortem, brah, I thought Elvis was dead. What the heck is on Ryan's head? And Shane, I'm pretty sure if a ghost tore your heart out of your chest, you would probably think it was wind.
First one, pretty good. Second one, a little tired.
Yeah, let him do a little better, but yowza! Wow! This one comes from Gibbies, at Shane Midday, Monkey Man.
It just says Monkey Man.
Ooh, you're on fire!
It's me, the Monkey Man.
And lastly, to bring us on home, it's from Randy Olina Rudtong. Is it okay if I punch Ryan in the face? There are so many wrong pronunciations. I don't think he said anything right. I'm about half Icelandic and triggered.
Consider me punched verbally. Oh God! My skin!
I gotta say best roast this week. You know what I'm gonna give it to?
Yeah. Oh, we're gonna do best of roast?
Let's do our best roast.
Who's the roast master?
Roast master of the week. I gotta say, I'm gonna give it to With Love Abby, because I have never in fact noticed that you have tiny ears.
Do I have tiny ears? I can't
They're
even
little,
tell.
man.
Oh, wow.
They're little. I don't even know how you hear anything.
Oh, these little ears hear everything.
Oh.
And trust me, I heard your roast.
Say, Brian,
What?
what's coming up this week on BuzzFeed Unsolved True Crime Season 5?
Well, it's funny that you would ask that, Shane, because I have just the answer for you.
Well,
we're gonna be talking about the mob.
Oh.
Because we want to die.
Yeah.
And it's a big name in the mob.
Ooh.
He's not alive anymore, that's why we're covering him.
Okay.
But once you hear the name, you're gonna be like, oh, that is a big name. It's a good case. And a lot of fun theories in this one.
I love it. Oh, you'll also notice that we've got some new merch.
Would you like to zoom in a little close up on the merch that's
Give it a
spread
little wiggle,
across
Ryan.
my chest? That does it for this episode of BuzzFeed Unsolved Postmortem. Make sure you watch the episode this Friday and then send in your questions to the BuzzFeed Unsolved Facebook page, the BuzzFeed Unsolved Instagram page, as well as commenting directly on the video on Bun. And maybe you'll be in the next postmortem. I warned you about that last week.
I know.